You have to play Expedition 33. RPG fans are eating good this year. Oblivion Remastered Shadow dropped. Danganronpa's successor, The 100 Line, is crushing it. But the highlight for me is this JRPG from France that blew me away. What a fantastic surprise. Even though I had my eyes on this game for some time, I was not prepared for how creative, whimsical, and polished Expedition 33 turned out to be. The JRPG space is already crowded with so many top-tier games, but Sandfall Interactive pulled off something incredible, delivering one of the best JRPGs in the 2020s so far. Japan has got to get back to cooking, cause France is full steam ahead. Right away, we get to see Expedition 33's X Factor immediately. The gorgeous setting. We've seen so many medieval fantasies, dragons, and cyberpunk streets in the genre, but what Sandfall has crafted here is extraordinarily unique. Our heroes come from an island called Lumiere, which is looking like a post-apocalyptic Paris. The catch though is that in the distance is a monolith, where a creature known as the Paintress paints a number counting down from 100 each year. Every year then, during an event called the Gommage, people of the same age as the painted number die, turning into dust and flowers. To stop this calamity, the islanders sent out an expedition every year to slay the Paintress, to no avail. We play as Gustave of the latest group, Expedition 33, to end the horror once and for all. Just wow, what an amazing setup. With one of the most beautiful prologue sequences I've seen, the epic journey is off. Structurally, Expedition 33 stays true to the classic JRPG outline, reminding me particularly of Chrono Trigger. You control a party of 3, navigate through dungeons, engage in turn-based combat, explore an overworld, and customize your character's builds. You know the drill, but the best part of Expedition 33 is the pacing. Unlike a lot of other contemporary RPGs, Expedition 33 moves you pretty quickly from dungeon to boss fight to story beat. It's never too grindy, and fights are nicely balanced to not be overly long, keeping me engaged without ever feeling like it drags. It is also quite linear for a majority of the playthrough like Chrono Trigger, even following a similar progression where more exploration and optional content opens up to you later in the game. Throughout the 30 or so hour campaign, where Expedition 33 shines gameplay-wise is the combat. Man, the combat is so good. It is obvious that the devs took inspiration from all sorts of games and crammed all of the best parts into one glorious mix. I'm seeing bits of Persona, Mario and Luigi RPGs, and Sekiro all blended together, but still cohesive thanks to the amazing art design. Battles are still strictly turn-based, and as you can see on screen, Persona fans will be immediately familiar with the battle UI. The twist though is that you have to time certain inputs to make your skills successful or dodge and parry enemy attacks, just like the Mario and Luigi games. What makes Expedition 33 unique in its own way though is how difficult but rewarding dodging and parrying are. These timings are way harder than what you will see in other turn-based games. Enemies have complex movesets, and the parry window requires a strong understanding of the attack pattern to hit consistently. Hitting these parries though avoid the damage of the hit, give you AP points to unleash stronger attacks, and if you parry all of the hits, you unleash a strong counterattack. Oh, it's so satisfying. On top of all of that, each character in your party has their own unique mechanics surrounding their skills to master. Gustave builds charges to unleash strong lightning attacks. Maëlle switches between stances, granting her offensive or defensive bonuses. Lune builds elemental stains to expend for added bonuses on her skills. The amount of mechanics here in a turn-based battle system is borderline overwhelming at times, but the depth here makes the gameplay engaging for the entire game. I love how the game allows players of all styles to succeed. The theory crafters and character builders have plenty of room to create insane characters and compositions to roll through enemies, while the action-oriented players can dominate through sheer mechanical skill in the parrying. They've really crafted something special here with the combat. It's fantastic. But what drives players to play JRPGs, Expedition 33 included, is the story. I'm happy to say that Expedition 33 has one of the most ambitious video game narratives I've seen in recent years, and it nails it. Well, most of it. Expedition 33's quest to defeat the Paintress is filled with some crazy twists and turns that kept me hooked. I was surprised at the amount of depth here, from the mystery behind the Gommage phenomenon to who and what the Paintress really is, and way more past that. The characters are all well written, with relatable backstories that make each one feel integral to the plot. Even the comic relief crew Esque and Monaco add nice levity and feel like charming members of the crew. The stars for me though are Maëlle and Verso, two characters written with great subtext and nuance. I was so invested in their arcs, and the directions the story goes in will almost certainly surprise you. There is quite a bit of obtuse dialogue later on discussing abstract ideas, which while adds a nice layer of complexity, can be a touch too much at times where you wish the characters would just get to the point. That aside, if you're into deep, interwoven narratives though, Expedition 33 has got you covered in spades. Perhaps my favorite part of the game entirely is the whimsical presentation. Everything is so beautiful. These are some of the most gorgeous environments I've seen in a JRPG. Breathtaking vistas, wondrous forests, mysterious relics. The sights alone were enough to motivate me to progress to the next area or search for the next secret. There's a good amount of environmental storytelling that really kept me immersed. Checkpoints are flags set by previous expedition teams, which gives some insight to where in the world previous teams have made it before their defeat. Journals you pick up were always fun to listen to, as they added a lot of details to what happened to the past, allowing you to piece together parts of the mystery on your own. Each location is so visually unique and contributes so much to the grander lore that you just find yourself slowly strolling through these spaces. I did think though that there were just a few too many empty landscapes where I wish there were more objects of interest to populate them, but the sense of grandeur, scale, and wonder you get just by walking through these locations is breathtaking. Even the cutscenes are top tier. These are some of the best looking cinematics I've seen, period. The facial expressions have so much emotion packed into them. The animations are fluid. Fidelity, great. Art style, amazing. Normally, I don't like when a game has too many cutscenes as they usually break up the pacing and immersion in a bad way, but here, the quality and story content of these cinematics are just too good. It was always a joy to watch them and see the next story development. Combined with the top tier music, oof, it's something special. What this all rounds up to is one of the best JRPGs released in the past decade. Sure, it borrows many of its ideas from other games, but the way Sandfall combined all of these great elements to make this beautiful experience should be applauded. Turn-based combat that rewards both mechanical play and RPG strategy, Chrono Trigger-like pacing, it's fantastic. With a grandiose narrative full of emotion and depth to boot, Expedition 33 is an easy 2025 Game of the Year contender for me. If you're looking for RPGs or a strong narrative-driven game, put Clair Obscur Expedition 33 on top of your list.